Welcome to Nanton Water and Soda. This is our new facility, as you saw, and we can go outside and do a tour later. First and foremost, with the Nanton Water is 40 years old, one of the original spring waters in Canada, established in 1980. And over the years, we've expanded and exported water all over the world. So one of the number one priority for Nanton Water and Soda is our QC and quality assurance and our testing procedures. And in here, we have our lab that we do our micro testing and all our lab tests. All of our product is micro tested before we ship it. And we do total count, coliform, and yeast and mold. So in here you can see our lab and what we're doing in carrying out our tests and our procedures and our incubation here, and the samples being tested and for microanalysis, etc. All of these products are saved, all the samples are saved for a 2-year period. So if we do have an issue out in the market, we're able to track that and come back to that exact day, who was working on that line, what was the concern, and what the quality issues were. So that is all part and parcel into our SQF certification that we're receiving, that we should have completed in June of 2020. All right, we're going to be entering the production room, or the production facility now, our water storage, production lines, etc., etc. Come on in, and we'll get the hair nets put on, and we'll get going. That's all good. You don't need a beer net. Get your hair inside, yeah. There you go. It looks really good on you. Really good. All right, well, come with me. Here's our purification of the water. We treat it with ozone. And we batch ozonate and bring the product up to 0.3 parts per million of ozone in the water, and it purifies the water if there's any contaminants in the water at all. So this is a process here that we do that. Come with me and we'll do a tour of the first production line, our 500 mil line. Come on with me. All right, this is our blowing machine for our 500 mil line for higher end customers. This is a preform. We take this preform and we heat it up and we blow it into a bottle. So here we have the preforms being fed in, and you can see them landing there. They come around and they get heated up and they get blown in here. And there's the cavity that's blowing there, you bet. Awesome. The bottles then get air-aired over to the filler. We give them a brief rinse. Just if there's any particles in there, we quick rinse. Then we fill. Obviously, we get the caps put on here. And then from there, down to the labeler. So these bottles are more of the high end, higher gram weight, a heavier cap, more of a higher quality package, but with the same great spring water for Nanton Water. And we run many different labels. So we run labels for hotels, for restaurants, for private events. So this is what we're doing here. We get the labels put on, and this one we're actually doing for Vancouver. And it's called We Love Van. Here we put the code on the bottle for expiry, and you can see that here. All right, and that way we can track the bottles when it goes out in the public. They can see where the bottles are and being sold at. And here we go into the packaging, into the shrink wrap. The bottles get tightened up, shrink wrap put in, And the shrink wrapper goes on here. So you can watch this here. Shrink it. And out it goes the other side. It firms up a bit. Cools down. And we got a finished product. So that is our that's our mid-speed, higher-end packaging line for 500 mil, and we can also run 500 mil 1 liter, 1.5 on that same machine. Now we're going to go on to our other production line, which is specific for a major contractor in the airlines. Let's go over and take a look at it. All right, this is our big blower. It's 3 times faster than the one we just looked at. It's blowing at about 10,000 bottles per hour. I call it our Kermit the Frog, because it's a big machine. And it cycles a different preform. It's a different thread. It's a smaller thread. It's a lighter bottle. The one you saw earlier was a 24 gram. This is an 8.5 gram bottle with a finer thread. As you can see, the thread is a lot finer, a lot less plastic, and we're going to have this available with RPET, 100% recycled PET in this same package. So there's only 8.5 grams of plastic in this. Very small, very low gram weight. Now the bottles are air-vaired around. All that tracking up there is all air-vair to carry the bottles to the filler. Now this line is running exactly about 3 times as fast as the other line, as you can see. Rinse, fill, cap, and out. So it's running really good right now. Well, this is our cat feeder. It's called a waterfall in the water business. They come up and some fall down and the others get fed in and come into the capper. There you have finished goods. From here it takes it, we've got accumulation. There and here is all accumulation. This is running at 10,000 bottles, so it's just about 180 bottles per minute, the labeler. It's continuous roll, so those labels are cut inside the drum. The labels are cut, every single one individually. Boom, boom, boom. And the drum grabs the bottle, lays the label on the inner drum, and rolls it on and spins it. This labeler is built, customized specifically for this line. This one's for an airline, one of the major airlines in Canada that we're running, Air Canada, and one is a Rouge label. This coder here is lasering the code on it. So if you look really close, right at the end of my finger, you can see it's got lasered on there. The code is lasered. Expiry for 2 years. So now the bottles travel to the case packer. Okay, now the bottles are coming in and getting counted and sorted for the rows, so it's keeping a balance on the case for the shrink wrap machine to work properly. You can watch these cases getting made. These are 30 packs. And they come into the automatic palletizer. It's really cool. Nanton Water and Soda. The new facility just started 2 months ago, and we've got all the kinks out. The line's running really well, and we're ready to expand our business, hopefully into the Asian market, into Chinese, and work it in the China market, and working closely with Darren and his team and selling a lot more water. Have a great day.